Welcome back to Wayne's World of Gaming, where we play, talk about and collect everything PlayStation. Now, you haven't read the title wrong. It is true, unfortunately. I've come to the decision I'm going to be selling a majority of my game collection. So what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be selling all of my PS1, my PS2 and my PS3. I'm going to keep my PS4. I'm really liking collecting for the PS4 at the moment, and then obviously PS5. The reason I'm doing this is I've always said I'm a gamer first, collector second. So I'm always a gamer. I do game. I game pretty much every night. I'm playing PS4 and PS5 titles. I am not playing any PS3, PS2 or PS1 titles. And a vast majority I can play on the PS4 anyway, or I can emulate. So I do have an emulator. I can emulate a lot of PS1 games. But this is why I got rid of my NES and SNES and Sega Saturn and stuff, because I can emulate all that. I have a Vita that has got over 1,000 PS1 games on, so I'm good. I can play PS1 games. There's a lot of money sat on my shelves that I'm not using. So yes, I will. I may chronicle what I'm gonna, as I go through selling stuff and listing stuff. I don't know. Let me know if you want to see that side of things. Or do you just want to wait till it's all gone and I have a figure at the end of what I got? Some of it's garbage. I'm not going to lie. There's PS2 and PS1 titles around worth hardly anything. Maybe £2 or £3. Some are probably worth £1. But then I do have some good games like Nightmare Creatures 2 and Twisted Metal and Forbidden Siren 2, Manhunt 2. I've got a varied selection. So I've got an estimated cost because I was gonna make some videos of, a few months back now of what my collection's worth. So Laura took it upon herself I sent her photos of all my games, and she got through all the PS1 games and got a value for those, what CX would sell them for, what you could trade them into CX for, and what the average was going for on eBay. She done all my PS2 as well, and she was working on my PS3. So I got a rough idea of what they're worth, the PS1s and PS2s especially. Obviously, PS3s, a lot of them are going to be cheap. The Spider-Man ones are probably going to be the most valuable out of those. Same with Lollipop Chainsaw. I don't really have many bangers on the PS3, if I'm honest. But having said that, if you average a £5 a game and I've got 100 games, that's still £500. So the reason I'm doing this anyway, let's cut to the chase, is financially. It's all financially. It's not something I say, I want the space, I want that. I've got the space, I can keep them all. It's financially. If you follow the channel, you know that I've changed jobs. I'm not self-employed anymore. And I've taken a pay cut. I've said this before, and finances are a little bit tougher. I still have outstanding debts from the business, which I need to pay. I can do that. I'm still being. If I just done that off my wage I get now, I'd probably be left with £200 a month to live off, which means game hunting's out the window. I can't really buy any more games. I'm just existing. So what I've been doing, I've been working weekends as well, privately, earning a few quid there, and that's been covering my business, my old business payments. But what have I done in the meantime? I've sacrificed everything for that. So one of the reasons for me taking this job and not being self-employed was to have more free time and spend more time with my family, which in effect right now I'm spending less time with my family. So I've kind of had a realization. I've sat there and am I being the best version of myself? It's cool to have these games. It's great to have these games, but I feel as though I'm letting my family down. I'm not spending as much time with them, and family's important. I got a brand new baby. Every weekend I'm working. I come home from work, he goes to bed at, say, 6:30. I'm seeing him for an hour and a half a night. And with the current setup, it's not every night. It's just not ideal. And I don't want my kids growing up and thinking, yeah, Dad, we had a good dad, he loved us, but we never saw him, we never spent any time with him. And it kind of pulled at my heartstrings. And I'm thinking, well, why am I doing that? I've got a little bit of a get out of jail free here. If I sell a load of games, especially ones I'm not playing, I could pay off all of my debt, or maybe even a good chunk of it, which would then mean I don't have to work every single weekend, and I can spend some time with my kids, because my kids ain't going to be kids forever. The time goes so fast. Like my newest, he's sprouting up. He's getting bigger. You know, he's obviously not crawling and all yet, but it's not going to be far away. And I don't want to be missing all this, because once it's gone, it's gone. I'm not going to have any more children. My other 2 children are slightly older. I have them for the weekend. They're at my mother's because I'm in work. It's not fair. And I don't want to be that dad. I'd rather, right, let's get rid of all this in my room. I'm still going to be a gamer. I'm still going to game. I'm still going to buy new releases. It alleviates a lot of pressure off me to having to work every weekend. I'm going to be less tired. I'm going to be less grumpy. I'm going to spend more time with my family and actually appreciate life. You know, that's the whole point in having a family. You love them, you spend time with them, you do things together, which we're not doing. You know, I've only been at this new job 6-7 weeks, and I've worked every weekend since. I've even worked some evenings. It's just not on. It's not fair on my family, and it's quite selfish. Really, is selfish reasons. Do I need to have all these games on the shelf? You know, my kids are going to grow up and float the nest, and I'm going to say I'm going to be the old man who's missed all their childhood, and I don't want to do that. Especially if I could sell a load of games, pay off a load of debts, spend some time with them, go on holidays, have days out, and and still be comfortable. You know, the wages I'm earning, I could be comfortable on. It's just that I've still got residual from the business that I closed down. Once that's all gone, I'm fine. Weekends of my own again. I can go game hunting again. I haven't been to a CEX for probably 8 weeks. I haven't been to a car boot sale 6-7 weeks. I haven't been game hunting, and that's what I enjoy doing. So yeah, that is the plan. Take stock. I'm keeping my favourite shelf, my Resident Evils and all that. You all know my favourite shelves. I'm keeping my PS4 stuff and keeping my PS5s. Not sure about the consoles yet. I'm going to be selling all of the accessories. I got sealed PS1 controllers and PS2 controllers and stuff. I don't need them. They're not getting used. They're cool pieces to have, but I value my children more. Let's put it bluntly. I value my children more. So it's all gonna be listed on Vinted. I actually gave a load of PS2 games to Laura because basically it's a big task. You all know that. I've probably got, I don't know, 1, 2, 3 and a half, 4 and a half, 5. It's probably going to be in the region of 650 games. Obviously, I've got accessories. Then am I going to go down the console route as well? So it's a big undertaking. Laura's offered to help me with that. I've given her all my PS2 games today. She is going to be listing them on Vinted. So I will start putting the link to Laura's Vinted in the channel description. If you want to pop over and grab anything, it's there. I don't really want messages off people saying, I'll have this, I'll have that, I'll have that. I've had that in the past, and then people are like, actually, I've changed my mind, or I'm going to wait till now, or whatever. It's all going on Vinted. If you want it, buy it. Obviously, there's offers on there. Maybe we can come to a deal, or bulk buying if you wanted to get a little bundle together. But yeah, I don't want hundreds of messages. Have you got this game? I'll buy it. Just go on the Vinted. So as it stands, the PS2 will be on Laura's Vinted. I'm going to start at some point listing my PS1s and PS3s. And then obviously we've got accessories for sale as well. So they will all be up eventually. It just depends how long it takes. Realistically, can you get 10 games done an hour? Maybe, so that's 60 hours worth of just listing. Maybe we could do more, I don't know, especially between two of us, 20 games an hour. So it's going to take a while, it's a time, but they are all going up there. My main focus now is going to be collecting for PS4. I enjoy collecting for PS4. A lot of people talk about the Nintendo Switch as being the last console you can really collect for. It's going to be worth money in the future. I'm past the point of caring about money and what things are going to be worth in the future. But if you look at the Switch collection, obviously you get the Nintendo exclusives, but a lot of those titles are available on the PS4. So I'm going down the PS4 route. A lot of people may think I'm mad and there's no money in it. I don't care about the money. I just want a sick PS4 collection. There's a lot of titles on there. A lot of titles you can get that are on the Switch that are obviously cross-platform with other things as well. There's a lot of like remakes and remasters on the PS4. Like I've just ordered Medieval, so I can still play Medieval. I've already got the Crash trilogy. I can back play these things. Alex the Kid I can get on PS5 and all these different things. So that's where I'm heading. It's going to be PS4 and PS5. Like I said, I'm always going to be a gamer. I'm always gaming. I'm not really going to label myself as a games collector. I'm going to buy games I want to play, and they will go on the shelf. And if that equates to a collection, that's a collection. And that's how it's going to be. And now the dog's decided to barge in. Barry, what are you doing? Come on, out you go. Out. Out, go on, shift. Good boy. And that is that really. It's nothing exciting. It's not something I really want to do. I'm not excited to be selling it and be like, oh my god, I'm going to have all this free space, all this room for activities.
Look at all this more space.
So
We do aerobics in here.
so many activities.
Do step class.
It's making my head spin how many activities we can do.
Play arm.
I'm going to have all this extra money, because I'm not. The money's going to be gone. It's going to come in one hand and go out the other. But it just leads to a better quality of life. More free time, more time with my family, who absolutely mean the world to me. Don't tell them enough. And I am not spending enough time with them and letting them know that. So I just feel now's the time. I've kind of wiped the smudge off the mirror, looked at myself and like, what are you doing? Do you want to be remembered as a dad that worked all the time but he had some cool games? Or do you want to be remembered as a dad who actually spent time with us, took us on day trips and, you know, showed us that he cared and he was actually present in our lives? So that's the way I'm going with that. And I was thinking, well, this was all going to be so when I die, the kids will have all these games and they can sell them and have a little nice pot, which is true. But realistically, when I'm dead in 30 years, 40 years, whatever it is, whatever Jesus Christ will give me, they're going to come in here and go, look at all this junk. Oh, some of it might be worth something. Yeah, okay, but can we really be asked to list 1,000, 2,000 games on eBay, whatever? No. They're going to go to CX or whatever is there at the time, or a collector who buys in bulk, or a retro game store. They're going to just palm it all off and get it all sold in one lump sum, and they're going to have 50% of its value or whatever. So, yeah, it's not really going to be an nest egg, is it? To be honest, they could sell it for 50 fucking quid. I don't know. And that's that. So, no, I think I'm making the right decision. Leave it in the comments. You know, let me know what you think. Personally, I think I am. It's, you know, my kid, like I said, my kids ain't going to be here forever, so I need to spend more time with them. So, the games are going. I'm paying off a lot of debt with the aim of I don't have to work any weekends. I just do my Monday to Friday, and then weekends are free for me to spend some time with my kids. So that is the reason. Basically, games are important, but family's important. So yeah, that's me going forward. Obviously, a lot of you are here for the game collecting. I'm still going to be collecting. I'm still going to be playing games. It's not going to be on the same scale. If you don't want to stay here and you want to unsubscribe, I completely understand. The channel will change slightly. It's inevitable. But yeah, it just is what it is, unfortunately. Life isn't perfect. Sometimes we got to take things on the chin, and if I can make things better for my family, and selling my games is the means to doing that, that's the way it's going to go. So that's that. I want to thank everyone for the support over the years, and no, this isn't me saying goodbye. I love making content. I love making content for YouTube. I love the channel. So even if I get 5 viewers a week, I will still continue to make videos because I enjoy it. It's fun. It's a nice little hobby I've got aside from gaming. So I'm not going anywhere, folks. So if you want to stay with me and see what cool stuff we get in the future. With the PS4, am I gonna get all the rare stuff? Don't know yet. It depends. I am going to try and get collector's editions though. There's a few things I've got my eyes on, so keep your eyes peeled for that. So yeah, we're going to be looking at collector's editions and things like that as well, so hopefully get some cool stuff. But that's the update. That's where it's at. I am selling it. It's not clickbait. I'll keep you posted how things are going. It may take me a month to list everything. I don't know. It's obviously in my spare time now, as and around work and stuff, so but it will get up there eventually, and that's that. But I have got a few little pickups as well. Now, I was playing Black Mythic Wukong, and I was saying how hard the game was. numerous people got in touch and said I need to play Sekiro. So I picked up a copy of Sekiro, and as you can see, the game's not in there. I have literally just started. I can't comment on it at the moment of how hard it is. Basically, I played 30 minutes of it. So I'm going to have another bash tonight, get a couple of hours in and see how we go. But yeah, I picked up Sekiro. Now, this still ain't a cheap game. This is like 45 quid in CX. I did manage to get a copy on Vinted for 30 quid. So, yeah, happy I got that. And the main collection I'm going for at the moment, we've got 2 more. Happy days. So I managed to get, I bought this off Vinted for about 8 quid, I believe, something like that. Still sealed. And I got this off eBay. I got this off eBay for £15, I believe. So that goes with that. That is The Last of Us done, and we have got Wipeout. Now, I did pay a little over the odds for this one. Wipeout is a harder one to find. It's a bit more expensive. It's generally around the 20, 30 quid mark. When I say that, I only found one listed. As it was paid, this was my payday treat. I paid 30 quid for this one. So we are 6 down now in this set. I think I'm about 75 quid in at the moment. What are we? 20, 38, 68, 70, well, we're about 80 quid in, I think. Which ain't bad for 6 games. You know, we're looking around 15 quid a piece. Not quite 15 yet. So I'm happy around them sort of numbers. So we're 6 in, we got 4 left. I got another on the way because someone who watched this video, I don't know your real name. Well, I'm assuming your surname Schofield. They got in touch on Vinted. They said that they was getting a bundle of games and the Horizon only on PlayStation with the sleeve was part of that bundle, and I was welcome to buy it off them if it was in good condition. So they did get back in contact. They had the game. It was in good condition. They said I could have it for 10 quid. So they listed it on Vinted. I bought it immediately. So we have got the Horizon coming as well. So that'll bring us to 7 out of these 10. So we're doing really well with that. It's going to take a little while because I still can't find a single copy of Last Guardian. I have found a Bloodborne sleeve only for £25 on eBay. It's a little bit more than I want to pay. They're not open to offers on the thing, but I may give them a message to see if they'll budge on the price slightly. Because I still need to buy the game for that as well. But I'll keep my eyes peeled anyway at other places. But that's that for this week's, folks. Sorry it's a bit of a downer, but to me it's not. I think overall I'm going to be a happier person. I'm not going to be in work all the time. I'm not going to be, neglecting my family as such. And I'm going to be able to be a good dad. So, onwards and upwards. Yeah, it's sad to see some of these games go. But like I said, the PS1, 2 and 3, I don't even play them. I literally play PS4 and PS5 99% of the time. I did play a bit of Medieval on the PS1 yesterday. No, Medieval 2 for the PS1 yesterday. And that was emulated. So, what can I say? No, it wasn't. I'm lying. I am absolutely lying. Medieval 2 was actually on the PS2. Yeah. What did I play that was emulated then? I played something anyway on the PS1 that was emulated. So, anyway, that is that. Games are going. I shall see you on the next video where we should hopefully have some more pickups. Until then, take care of yourselves, stay safe, and game on.
Big respect to the gamer, name of Wayne. In his world PlayStation reigns the same, and he's got love for the levels, high score or not. But for now, he'll show you why his collection's hot. Wayne's World! Game stay, play, he game stay. Wayne's World! Play, his realm, y'all, his game haven. Yeah.